welcome everyone in once again to our music meditation on this again, another Wednesday. And today, in much of the Christian community, we're observing Ash Wednesday. But for the rest of us that just need some time away, some time to relax, some time to get away from the rush of things in life, we just want to settle in for a moment. Again, as we always do, whatever it takes for you to find your center, however you approach your throne of grace or your throne of peace, hope, joy, I want you to find that and take a deep breath. Let's just take a quick breath real quick, cleansing breath. And just release it. All that you've already experienced today, just release it. And come into the present moment. Today is a good day. Even as we practice mindfulness, today is a good day. Gratitude, thanksgiving, peace, love, joy, and whatever brings you happiness. Today, our theme is going to be a little something different. We're coming out of Valentine's Day, and we're still in the month of Black History, February 2021. But a lot is going on. So I just want us to settle in. I'm going to read a couple poems today and play just one piece, see if we can reflect on that. There was a poem that was read by my colleague Zachary Cole yesterday that I wanted to read. And it's entitled, "Ode to the Buttoning and Unbuttoning My Shirt." As we call you to really take into account the things that you have before you. It's written by Ross Gay, and it goes like this. No one knew, or at least I didn't know. They knew what the thin disc threaded here on my shirt might give me in terms of joy. This is not something to be taken lightly. The gift of buttoning one's shirt slowly, top to bottom, or bottom to top, or sometimes the buttons will be on the other side. And although she's a woman, I am a man, that morning, slipping the glass through its slot, I tread differently that day, or some of it anyway. Many conversations are different, and the car bomb slicing the air, and the people in it for a quarter mile, and the honeybee's legs, furred with pollen, mean another thing to me than on other days which too have been drizzled in this simplest of joys, in this world of spaceships and subatomic this and that, 2, maybe 3 times a day. Some days I have the distinct pleasure of slowly untethering the one side from the other, which is like unbuckling a stack of vertebrae with delicacy, for I must only use the tips of my fingers, with which I will one day close my mother's eyes. This is as delicate as we can be in this life, practicing like this, giving the raft of our hands and the clumsy spider to the clumsy spider, and blowing soft until she lifts her damp heft and crawls off, with practice like this, pushing the seed into the earth like this first in the morning, then at night we practice sliding the bones home. I know that's a little different for some people to get into, but the thought I want you to get from that is the things that we have in front of us every day that we don't want to take for granted. Oh man. Think of those things that you take for granted. You might have a pencil in front of you, might have a pen. Then again, you might have the button on your shirt. Whatever it is, I just want you to take a moment and just practice gratitude. I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to sing, actually just play. It's an old album that I grew up with. And it's entitled The Secret Life of Plants, written by Stevie Wonder. And the words are, I can't conceive the nucleus of all. Begins inside a tiny seed. And what we see as insignificant provides the purest air we breathe. But who am I to doubt or question the inevitable being? For these are but a few discoveries we find inside the secret life of plants. And it goes on, a species smaller than the eye can see, or larger than most living things. And yet we take from it without consent or shelter, our shelter, food, habiliment. But who am I to doubt or question the inevitable being? For these are but a few discoveries we find inside the secret life of plants. And then finally it says, but far too many give them in return a stomp, cut, drown, or burn, as if there's nothing, as is there nothing. But if you ask yourself, where would you be? Without them, you will find you would not. And some believe antennas are their leaves that span beyond our galaxy. They've been, they are, and probably will be. Who are the mediocrity? And the song just goes like this. I'm just going to play it. Again, so glad that you joined us today for this music meditation. If you get a chance, go and listen to that Secret Life of Plants by Stevie Wonder. But most of all, I just want you today to just really think about what's in front of you. Don't take life for granted. As we always say, be good to yourself and be good to others. And again, the peace of God be with you, and we'll see you next week.